Hello, I'm Cat and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to talk about and show you something really cool that you can do in the latest update, titled Update 54, involving the woodland mansions, because using them on a super flat world, which is, again, it's especially different on console, allows you to do something pretty wacky because of either a glitch or just an intended functionality about how the woodland mansion generates. So how exactly does this bug work? What does it do? It allows you to have woodland mansions underground, and in this video I'm going to explain exactly how you can do this if you want to have the underground woodland mansion challenge. So that's what I'm showing you in this video. Like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like this sort of video and want to see more crazy, super flat presets. I want to do a lot more playing around with it because we have even more options in this update, including the brand new, as you're going to see right here, not only biome specific structures for every other type of structure, but also woodland mansion has its own little thing. So if you are going to have a world which is a roof forest, I recommend setting both these settings to minimum so you get the maximum number of woodland mansions, which is about 3, 4, or 5 for a classic size world, and it means you get lots of those things which you might quite like. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have right here. As you can see, all you really need turned on is woodland mansion. I have a few other things just for fun around here, but you can see ravines, woodland mansions, that's all we really got going on. Have caves, have the other things to make it wackier, but for now, just keep in mind you need roof forest, you need to have your woodland mansions turned on, and you want to have 31 layers of blocks. You can have any blocks you want here. You can replace the dirt with red sand if you wanted to. You replace the dirt with literally any block in the game if you wanted to. It doesn't really affect things too much. You can go gravel if you want to be crazy. It doesn't affect things too much. It's just what your game is made out of. But for now, we'll just go with the simple grass and dirt to show that this does work, so that you can leave the inspiration up to yourself. Then you want to go into the game and you want to load it up. And what's going to happen is, because for some reason the woodland mansions are set to generate at bedrock layer, like they don't have a height set. It's kind of like where the desert temple floats in the air or it goes below ground, except this will never float in the air. The woodland mansions will never float like that. Instead, what you get is you get this kind of setup instead, where they're sorry about that. Where we get this kind of setup instead, where, as you can see, we've got just our entire flatland where you can't see any woodland mansions. I think there should be one somewhere near the spawn. Maybe it's just the north, because what you actually see instead is just over here, the woodland mansion, the 31 blocks that are meant to exist there, look like this instead. So yeah, as you can see, the woodland mansion generates with blocks all the way up to the very top layer. If you add one more, it would be literally underground. So again, you can do that if you want to, but because I want to show them off to you today, I just wanted to show that, yeah, for some reason, there's a slight bug with woodland mansions, or again, maybe intended on console, where instead of being able to generate normally, they generate underground, and this means you can only really find them if you have the love of lair with explorer maps, or if you want to be kind of clever, you could find ravines and stuff and dig your way in, which I think is really great because having these structures be below ground actually changes a lot about them. So if we just break in randomly for this one here, so let's put the map on our left hand, if we just break in here randomly, you can see how the entire feeling has changed, because it's not just a normal room or whatever. It actually has this kind of you can see lighting in here, but most of the natural light which is meant to come in just doesn't at all. So every room's a lot darker. It's a lot spookier in my opinion. Look at this. There's just a couple of chandeliers and that's it for this room. It's a lot spookier and it's a lot different, but that's not the only thing that's changed. If I go around a few other ones, show that this isn't just one weird glitch on one weird seed. Again, let's just go to the next one. And while we're on the way out there, actually, I did a few tests you might be interested in to do with custom super flats, because I love playing around with all these different ones. That's why I did Nuclear Wasteland. I've done this and that. But basically, one of the tests I was curious about is, does the biome size affect a custom super flat world? And it does not. I got the same number of woodland mansions in the exact same places as I did on a regular world. With regards to biome size, I've done small, medium, and large now, so just keep that in mind. You'll get 4 for this, seed, IBX Woodcat 20, regardless of how that does go. So yeah, here you can see, here is another one, and because obviously we've gone 30 layers, everything but the top layer is poking out, which means we get these slightly weird shaped holes in the ground, which I actually do quite like in my opinion. I think they've got some interesting things going on, and I thought that was something I would share. So let's, going from that third one, sorry, the second one to the third one, which I believe is somewhere in the southeast corner of the map. Again, this is it roughly lines up with how it works in survival, except the entire world is possible to generate woodland mansions. So if you have a custom super flat, it's possible to find, with the spacing thing turned on, it's possible to find 5, 6, 10 on a world like this, because the entire world is possible, able to spawn woodland mansions, which is wacky. So yeah, you can see, here's the third woodland mansion, and this one I really like because a ravine went into it, and the ravine is actually one filled of lava. So yeah, it seems lava is actually connected to ravines, which is something I didn't know. I thought it just happened to spawn down there like a cave, but no, some ravines come with lava at the bottom, which means this gets particularly interesting because it, it kind of just generates right into this mansion and generates this giant gap at the spawn where you can see, again, it really feels like a bigger challenge when you're like, oh, so lava's going to start pouring on me any second now. I mean, if we turn on fire spreads, then it's going to start causing some problems too. And yeah, I feel like this woodland mansion right here on this particular seed in this particular place is probably one of the ultimate survival challenges of well, this is going to go terribly, let's see how, you know, how much we can do before it does. And maybe that's the sort of thing you do enjoy. I feel like, again, this has definitely got some real potential in it. Exactly how you use that potential is up to you, but I think this is one of those great, like, you know, survival, you know, things to explore in survival, because, oh look, we got a one with a wand. I think it's one of the great things to explore in survival, because it is just a bunch of woodland mansions buried below ground, something you're never going to see in a normal game, but that we can currently see because of either a glitch or just the way woodland mansions work in Superflat. So I've got one more. I figure I should just show you this one right here. Actually, maybe there is more than one more, because there's a random mansion right here. But yeah, my point being is here you can see there is another woodland mansion. This one's hit by like the tiniest of ravines, but the exact same thing's going to happen in each of these. Like, I'm not sure, you know, if you're expecting to see something different, then you won't. But you will see one interesting second glitch, actually. Which I do want to point out, which is to do with the superflat. When you have a world with superflat and you have mansions, because these are generated with structure blocks and they generate over the existing terrains and they try to overwrite it, sometimes they don't overwrite it fully, which means every single one of these rooms has a little bit of dirt coming from the ceiling. It's mostly just the corridor rooms, as you can see, but like some other rooms do it too, and it's a little bit confusing if you ask me. So yeah, you get 3 blocks of dirt before your ceiling because it generates the dirt, then it just it gets rid of it later, and obviously it doesn't do a good enough job because it ends up with some floating dirt. So if you wanted to, you know, like have a wooden mansion with some floating diamonds, have your world made out of diamonds. If you want to do it with other things, you can do it like that, and that's just a cool little thing you can do right there. So I actually do want to go into this one more time, and I wanted to show you like a really wacky combination where you can be like, well, I want things to be really, really crazy. Again, I don't think this is a viable game mode because you'd have to find a seed with a wooden mansion at spawn, but if you could set it up that way, I think this would be a really wacky way to play Minecraft. But if we just do the exact same thing we just did, right? So we go into there, we type in our seed. We're on the PlayStation, so we can just like copy it from before. So we take our seed from before, we do the exact same stuff with the exact same biome scale. We'll go larger to prove it's the same. Then we go to Superflat World, but we replace the top layer of dirt with of grass with lava. So what this is going to mean instead is long story short, it's going to mean some bad things for those woodland mansions, as you can probably imagine, and imagine, not a mansion. As you can probably imagine, that's like a terrible pun right there. It's going to be this pretty wacky thing, and although it's not possible to play in survival, again, unless you happen to know the exact, an exact seed with a wooden mansion spawn, because otherwise you'll just burn over and over again, I think this is a really fun idea for a game mode, at least, that could be possible. So as you can see, we spawned in the ravine below the lava because it doesn't want to spawn in the lava. That's actually, okay, that's new. Usually lava would fill the way to the bottom, but now we've got something even crazier, which I've just generated on the spot. Even better than what I just came up with. Ever wanted to play Minecraft, but have a crushing sea of lava, which is going to pour down on you at any second? Boom, we've got the game mode just for you right there. So yeah, as you can see, it's just one layer of lava covering the entire world. And what's going to happen, even crazier than this, is the wooden mansions are now all going to be connected to that lava, and they're slowly going to burn out. So like, you've got a certain amount of time. If you did spawn one of these, again, there's 2 game modes I've just come up with here. If you are going to spawn one of these, then you've kind of got like a certain amount of time to, go through this thing, get resources you can, because every single side of this from each corner is going to start burning down immediately. So if we just, wait like any amount of time, then you can imagine this is going to start going poor. As you can see, the ceiling's already burning down, and that's kind of terrifying, but it's also a really, okay, now the lava is literally pouring in, and that's what makes this a really nuts game mode idea to me. The fact that you have like a certain amount of time, and then you've got to get out as well, because it's all going to be burning. It's like a burning back building that's burning from all sides. I think that's a wacky idea, and also, apparently, as I found out just by sheer accident, which I'm kind of happy with, if you have ravines turned on, because if you have lava above air, it immediately fills the air, because that's how the game's set up. But if you have lava above a ravine, and you happen to spawn in one, which I found out this seed lets you do, then you can stay inside that ravine for a certain amount of time. So if you've ever wanted to play Minecraft, but with an impending sense of doom on you, then there's 2 game modes for you. Have lava, and have woodland mansions, and have them burn the woodland mansions, because that's great fun. Or you could do, the other thing, and you could just try and live below the lava, and see how long you've got. Either way, here are a couple of fun game modes, plus the wooden mansion glitch. I hope you did enjoy this video, showing them off. You can like the video if you did, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like this sort of video. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. I love that every single update, there's like some fun new game mode that you can kind of exploit, and in this case, it's a wooden mansion that slowly burns, and that's a good idea if you ask me. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all. No wait, like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here. Give me the bell, because if you don't hit the bell, it won't notify you, and you won't necessarily know about all the videos. But if you'd like to know about videos with a notification on your phone or your emails, hit the bell. Bell me. Anyway, goodbye.